Hello everybody, welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We're here, we're beginning a brand new series, Career Mode. We're going to go through the career, we're going to advance slowly and surely over the time. So, Rise of a Pilot. Choose any location in the world where you want to start your career. I'm going to begin it in the UK, we're going to go to Kemble, because Kemble is one of the locations in the UK that is relatively simple. It's a small little. It was the home of the RAF Red Arrows uh, between a few years ago, probably 10 some years ago now. I would go to Fairford or Rise, but I'm gonna just go to Kemble because this is where most things begin. Also, a lot of training flights happen here, and it's a very good place to learn to fly. Also, it has some cool aircraft there, but I doubt they'll appear in the sim. I mean, you can see one right there. Gimbal. Choose airport. Yo, I've arrived at Kemble. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool.
Hello there. You must be Lawyer Grader, right?
Yes.
Welcome to Kemble. I'm Scott, the owner of this Aero Club.
Cool. Hello, Scott.
Here at the club, we provide all the training lessons you need to get started and earn your private pilot license.
Cool.
Then, once you've earned your PPL, you can build up your flight hours and get more experience by taking people out on first flights. But before any of that, let's head outside and take a flight to get familiar with our aircraft and the local surroundings.
Okay, we'll go immediately into a flight then.
Welcome to the apron. This is where all our flying adventures begin. Why don't you walk around a bit while I finish the pre-flight preparations?
Alright. Back to this then.
Today we will be flying in a Cessna 172 Skyhawk. It's the main trainer airplane in our flight school. Our Cessna's got a glass cockpit and a 180 horsepower engine. Climbs well and is easy to fly. It's one sweet ride. I'm ready if you are, so hop in and buckle up. Let the good times roll.
Okay, that's what's that? So we're looking at the. Whoa, okay. Yo, how do I put this back in? Oh, I just walk away from it. Huh?
I know the plane is majestic, but you should see it in the air.
Okay.
Get inside so we can get started. Welcome
Hello.
aboard. While you settle in, let's go over our flight plan. After taking off, we will climb to 1,900 feet above sea level, and then fly over the airport to enjoy the view.
Okay.
Ready? Why don't you start the engine for us?
Okay. Control E. Okay, so that's the engine.
Perfect. The wind is from 270 degrees direction with a speed of 9 knots, so we'll be taking off from runway 26. Okay, let me taxi to the runway.
Okay, so it's actually, okay, so it's got like a pretty good. It's got a start, got a general like quick going. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Alright, here we go. I know. Got this one.
Alright, now comes the fun part. After releasing the brakes and applying full power, we will speed up and take off once we reach 60 knots airspeed. We will be climbing at 75 knots, which is the recommended climbing speed for the Cessna Skyhawk. While climbing, we will follow a left-hand traffic pattern and make 2 turns. Don't worry if it sounds overwhelming, I am here to help. Release the parking brakes, otherwise we're not going anywhere. Ready for takeoff? Apply full power to get us moving.
Okay.
You handle the yoke, and I'll take care of the pedals, steering the aircraft on the runway during takeoff.
Okay, 75. Here we go. Getting there.
We have reached 55 knots. Pull the yoke a little bit to lift off. We are 300 feet above the ground. I will retract the flaps. You keep climbing. We are approaching our first turn. As you'll see, the Cessna 172 requires very little yoke movement to turn. Keep climbing and prepare for the next turn. Okay, turn left again. We are almost there. Remember, we need to climb to 1,900 feet. It will keep us 500 feet above the traffic pattern.
Okay. Here we go. So we're getting up there. So this is pretty good so far.
I love the weather today. The clouds are beautiful, aren't they?
Yes, it's quite nice, quite nice. I want to be able to get... I want to find the lights, look at the lights on my room. It's quite dark.
There we are, 1,900 feet above sea level and 500 feet above the traffic pattern. We have safe separation with the other airplanes. Look around, see our airport? Let's fly over it.
Okay, I'm flying again. It's doing roughly about a figure of 8.
Fantastic. I know that you're busy navigating and controlling the plane, but don't forget to enjoy the view.
I'm not. I'm very much enjoying the view.
Well done. I believe you have a talent for piloting. I hope you enjoyed the flight. Let's head back to the ground now.
Okay, so I don't land.
I'm glad that we flew together today. This might be the first chapter in your pilot's journey, if you want to embark on it. Let's
Yes.
catch up at our headquarters.
The question is, what route do I go down?
You seemed comfortable out there. I'm sure you will get your PPL in no time.
100%.
There's a laptop in the office that shows all the certification information you'll need for your PPL exam. Take a look. Here you can see all the different certifications you can pass throughout your career. Your first step is to work towards your private pilot license. All the training lessons you'll need to pass the PPL exam are available here. Make sure you're comfortable with these before taking the exam.
Okay, so... Okay, so let's look back. So here's the map of what we can do. So obviously you can go this way, light currents, currency, instrument rating, jet airline, heavy airliner. Available in a future update. Scoop endorsement, so that's a really good one. Then here you got helicopters, so commercial, powered lift. This one would be cool. Hoisting. So all very cool. So I guess today we'll do the sim controls, learn the basics. Okay, I see the briefing. Okay. Alright, start training. Right, let's start our training then. Alright, so mission steps.
Welcome to Sedona. I'm Captain Jess Molina, and I'll be your instructor.
Hey ho.
For this lesson, we're going to start on the ground and focus on some basic concepts. Fundamentals every pilot needs to know before hitting the skies.
Okay.
This is your plane, a classic, the Cessna 172.
Yep,
Take a look around it.
that's what I'm doing
In
right
the
now.
simulator, anytime you want, you can easily switch to cursor mode. The cursor is handy for interacting with menus and cockpit controls or instruments. As you can see, activating the cursor also displays the toolbar at the top of the screen. The toolbar is a quick access menu that allows you to control various aspects of the simulation. Try to find and open the controls panel. The controls panel is a useful reminder of the button layout for the devices you're currently using. Now try to find and open the camera panel in the toolbar. The camera panel allows you to access the various views and camera modes of the simulation. Go ahead and close all the panels for now. In front of you is the yoke, the primary means of controlling the aircraft. In the simulation, you will be controlling the aircraft with your peripherals of choice. So, let's hide the yoke for now. Alright, as we've seen, when you want to look around you, it's easy to rotate the camera. But you can also move it freely in the cockpit to get a better view of anything you want to see. Even through a window to look outside. Now, reset the camera to its original position. Alright, that covers all the main camera functions available in the simulation. Try to familiarize yourself with them a bit more, then reset the camera to its original position whenever you're done. Great.
Let's go! Alright, we've got an A grade for that, guys. We're winning it already. How long? We'll probably make these videos 20 minutes long each. Next training. We're going through it. Alright, start training.
Let's get you familiar with the aircraft, a Cessna 172, and a few commands to navigate it through the skies. In front of you is the yoke.
Yep.
The yoke is like a steering wheel, more or less. Turn it left or right to control the ailerons and bank the aircraft into turns. Look at the trailing edge of the wings while turning the yoke to see the effect on the ailerons. Okay. Now, the difference between the yoke and a steering wheel is you can pull or push on the yoke.
Pull up and down.
This controls the elevator at the back of the aircraft to make it climb or descend. Look at the horizontal stabilizer while you pull on the yoke. You can see how it affects the elevator. Nice. Down at your feet are the rudder pedals. They steer the aircraft when you're on the ground.
I don't have
the
rudder
upper
pedals,
part of the
sadly,
pedals
so...
also control your brakes. In the air, they control the rudder at the end of the vertical stabilizer to yaw the aircraft. This is mostly for small corrections. For coordinating turns or compensating for a plane's tendency to pull left during takeoffs and climbs. Look at the vertical tail while operating the pedals to see the effect on the rudder. Great. Last but not least, the throttle is located near the center of the cockpit. Pushing forward will increase power, pulling back will decrease power. First, look at the throttle and select it. Keep it selected and push it forward to increase power.
Oh, I have to actually... That's annoying.
Power is increased. Now pull it back to decrease power. Power is decreased. Now we'll do the same without focusing on it. Deselect the throttle. Look away from the throttle and increase power. Set your throttle to idle. Excellent. When the engine is on, you'll be able to see the power change on your RPM indicator. You will find it on your PFD screen in the top left corner. This tells you how fast the engine is spinning in hundreds of revolutions per minute. Next, take a look at your current speed on the airspeed indicator. It's on the left on your PFD screen. It measures the speed in knots.
Yep, makes sense.
To check your altitude, look to the altimeter. It's on the right on your PFD screen. Not all aircraft have integrated screens with all this information. A lot of them rely on analog instruments. You can find the analog versions of the airspeed indicator and the altimeter just above the throttle. They are respectively on the left and right. The analog altimeter has 3 hands similar to a clock. The long, thick pointer indicates 100-foot intervals. The short, thick one is 1,000-foot intervals, and the long, thin one counts 10,000-foot intervals. That's all for today. Next time, we'll see how it feels in the air.
Yippee! I'll be flying!
Right. I'm going to end that one there, and we'll go into the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Can't wait to continue this. See you in the next one. Peace out.